tiger, Shaolin tiger. In brief, Shaolin, as we know it, is a combination of hundreds of thousands of martial arts in China. In America, we know a few arts here and there, and we favor some, but in China, there's hundreds of thousands. They date back 6,000 years. These arts from all over the country came into the Shaolin Temple. So if you were from a mountain area where you had ore, you would use swords, broadswords, you would bring this in. And therefore, Shaolin would actually get your forms and make them a Shaolin form and keep them forever. Therefore, Shaolin kind of gathered all the energy from all over. Tiger is a traditional form that's extremely powerful. What we're going to see is exploding force. Tiger has crushing forearms, destroying elbows, and what we call exploding palm. Exploding palm is tremendous. It's the most powerful force that's out there today. Everything we do is coming from chi energy force. So there's poison hands, there's all types of movements, and I teach poison hands also, but to actually execute a poison hand, you've got to enter. And to enter, you're going to need chi energy force, and a poison hand is nothing but an extension of chi energy force. Okay, I'm going to go through Tiger a little bit, help you with it. We're going to do the chi development, and we're going to do the fighting aspect of it. You're going to love this. This is really unbelievable. This is the opening of Tiger. We have what we call chi energy force. Shaolin is a combination of internal and external. You want to go slow the first time you do a form, and therefore you create energy, power, and force. And you're really going to feel chi energy. Chi energy, in brief, is we take the top down Qian between the eyebrows, middle about the sternum, 3 inches below the navel. And so we have what we call a microcosmetic orbit. We take a channel going from the bottom of the lip to the anal, then from the anal all around the top. The front is called a Ren channel, and the back is called Du. We line up the long gong point in the palm of the hand, and the bubbling well, which is in the ball of the foot. Just in brief again, we're going to do breathing, because chi energy is what we're going to use to attack with. If you can't do this, you can't do the attacking. Techniques are useless, don't worry about them. You need to create energy. Force is what we need. Chi energy force. I don't want to go fast because I want you to get used to creating force. Okay. Different than most type of attacks, in the Imperial dragons, the attack is going to be deadly and it's going to be forceful. When we use chi, if I try to move the arm, you're not going to use a block, it's not going to work. This is the force. The hands are down. You'll be coming up, going back, coming forward, going back. This is energy attacking, trying to use physical force is impossible. If I use chi now, as you're coming back up, so chi force can't stop this type of energy coming in. There are several levels to using chi force, but this is the attack. So that means that, come up a little bit and stop here. Even from here, have force. So if he meets contact, it's going to work a little bit more. Whole time has energy. Okay. So in the tiger, remember that it's going to be all this, not just the end. How do we meet force? With force. Pushing. The chi, internal, mind and body. If I use strength, you'll just collapse my arm, it's going to break, and it's just not even going to be worth it. Can use a single hand, coming in, pushing. Same thing, coming in. Can't stop it. Pushing, bring the arm up. Using energy force. Tai Chi, Qigong, Shaolin, Tongpei, Shingi, it's continuous force, meaning that not a strike. We think of a strike, punching, or striking. This is useless. You need continuous energy. In the first part, when you're coming in, he is still pushing towards me using the chi. That means now I have to force my way in. Bam! Then coming in and attacking. If my mind stops, if my energy stops, I can't continue. Chi energy force means that my entire body moves as one unit. When the attack comes in, moves in here, controls. And now I still got to continue, use the body, control the leg, and here. And then coming in. It's this small segment that can be called a poison hand. We like to use it as what we call exploding palm, especially in the tiger, and coming up and can control the carotid arteries and jugular vein easy. If you have what they call a poison hand, and I teach poison hands, but poison hands is really a fallacy. It's really something that we understand and has a name, but to only have your hands powerful is not enough. Really is chi energy force. Chi energy force is really the power behind everything. Crushing forearms, destroying elbows, crushing legs. These are all names that really describe chi energy force. And same thing with poison hand. Today you see the name poison hand. Years ago I came out and did some YouTube videos, and I did some other things, and now everybody uses poison hands. And when you look at it, I will tell you just in brief, I am a disciple to Grandmaster James Lee, who was a Shaolin Warrior Monk. I am also a disciple to Grandmaster Shu Fan Yen, the commander of the Chinese military. At age 5, he had a live-in Shaolin Warrior Monk with him. And I will tell you that I respect the Shaolin systems. And if I see something that's not correct, I will have to tell you, I don't see real poison hands out there. Not by anyone. Again, now we're going to look at force, because you got to enter. This comes in, moves in, comes in. Now what happens is that he's locked in here. The leg is locked in, the arm is locked in, and this palm is locked in here. He tries to move this arm down, doesn't matter. You have good control. You're locked in. A couple seconds can be over. We can't show you this because it's too dangerous, but when this comes in, this really is going to give a strong, strong attack, which is going to buckle him. At the same time this buckles, this hits, this hits, this hits, this hits. In slow motion, you'll see it come slow. Bam, 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 comes in. And you're going to see a type of rolling movement because you beat him while he's standing. Remember that exploding palm can be used anywhere. Poison hands are usually in vital areas, usually the throat. You're going to see it mostly to the throat. A exploding palm or chi energy forces anywhere, so the legs are just as dangerous. I'm stopping the attack. As I stop the attack, I line up my long gun point, and this creates more energy. At the same time, I'm hitting with exploding palm, crushing forearm, and crushing legs. So you're seeing 3 strikes immediately right in the beginning. Not 1 strike, but 3. But besides the strike, it's going to be what we call exploding force. So this comes in, bam, moves in. This is exploding force. And now, bam, my elbow can go to the kidney, crushing here, hitting to the carotid artery, and then taking out the throat. Simple. In the tiger, it crushes. So a poison hand, as we know it, can come in and control the carotid arteries and jugular veins. But what you're not understanding is that it can send energy, chi energy, through the body. That's where the danger is. In other words, we look at, just in brief, a choke. A choke can be something where you're coming around and, you'll see a lot of them, takes a lot of time. Kind of dangerous for a military type of maneuver. But just controlling the carotid artery in a couple different spots and putting pressure, it only takes a couple seconds. So a true poison hand will put thumb going in one direction, small finger in another direction, the middle of the palm in a third direction, and twist and move and bring energy in. They call it a poison hand because you're actually like snake injecting negative chi energy into the body, and that's going to create a lot of problems. The other problem is because the brain needs energy, power, and force, it cannot store blood, oxygen, or glucose. So therefore, in this position, we're stopping blood, oxygen, and glucose. We're stopping the actual circulatory system from working. We're shutting it down. And at the same time, the carbon dioxide, the poisons can't release. And that's another reason for the poison hand. They call it poison hand because it's stopping the poisons, which is carbon dioxide, in the body from being released. And that's going to be a large factor in putting in what we call deadly force.